record. Alexa, stop. She didn't listen to me. Okay. Am I recording? Yes, recording. Okay. So hopefully my computer will behave tonight. It's already doing funny things, but that's okay. We will get through it. So what we're going to talk about tonight is a little kind of a mix. It's a mix. We're going to be talking about generating seller leads using kvCore. And then if Jerry gets on here, I'm going to have her talk about, I don't see her yet. Jerry's going to be talking about expires and withdrawns as well. So we're going to be talking about generating seller leads. And we're also going to be talking about how to follow up with those seller leads using RPR. And so that's going to be the bulk of what we're talking about today. But on that note, I do want to share with you what some of my colleagues in my area and I did. And I have pictures, so I'm going to show it to you, and hopefully this comes through. So you may or may not have seen this book before. It's called The Politically Incorrect Real Estate Agent Handbook, a serious how-to manual with a sense of humor. And one of our own EXP agents, and I never know if I'm saying his last name right, but Peter Porcelli, that's how I would say it if I were queen. Anyway, he wrote it, and you guys, it is really awesome. So if you don't, I'm gonna mute everybody first of all. Sorry, muting, mute all. Continue. Okay, so if you don't know about this book, you need to get it. I'm serious. So it's really quality too and heavy, and like each page, like each chapter really is just one page. And it's just like a wealth of information. Well, it's really funny too in some parts. And I'm not gonna be able to find it, but maybe I will. I'm gonna read you some of the titles of the sections. Let's see. One was How to Pick Apples. I don't even know. One is, oh, here it is, How to Deploy the Crazy Van. So as I was going through this, I read this and it's hilarious, but it's so good. The gist of it is you get a van, you fill the van with agents, you drive around, you look for FSBOs, you hop out of the car and basically assault the property and repeat. And so we actually did this today with just one. We gave it a try, and I want to show it to you what we did. We just did it with one person, and my computer is so I'm going to show you what we did as soon as my computer cooperates. Okay. So I'll tell you, I'm not a FSBO fan. I'm kind of afraid of FSBOs. Oh, somebody's chatting with me. What is the title of the book? Again, the title of the book is The Politically Incorrect Real Estate Agent Handbook, a serious how-to manual with a sense of humor by Peter Porcelli. Okay. All right, so I'm going to see if this works. Hang on. This is what we did today. I hope you can see my screen.
Hey, it's Sylvia, and so I don't know if you guys remember, but I had done a little review about Peter Porcelli's book, The Politically Incorrect Real Estate Guide Handbook something. Yeah, it's a really long name, Peter. I mean, you have to forgive me, right? But anyway, guess what? We're doing the crazy van. Jenny in the back. She's like, hey guys, there's a FSBO that I want to assault. Will you guys help me? So Rebecca's like, I'm going to get some balloons. So we got balloons and we're going. So what we're going to do here is we're going to show up to this lady's house. So Jenny, she did some comps. You know, we did some preliminary work and we're going to show up and hopefully she answers the door and we're going to talk. We're going to listen and we're going to ask questions and see what happens.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do. And it's going to be a lot of fun.
And she will list with us. She will. She's going to list with us since we decided.
She'd be crazy not to list with us.
Because we're the crazy band.
Because we're loud, we're fun, and we get houses sold.
That's right.
For top dollar.
Boom. Mic drop.
Exactly.
Boom.
That's the point. That's the best point. Top dollar.
Top dollar.
Top dollar.
So balloons. If she's not there, we're going to leave her a handwritten note card that has a pineapple on it. I mean, I don't know what else this woman could possibly want.
I don't either. We got it all. So here we go.
Crazy band.
We'll let you know how it goes. Crazy band.
It's in what
Number
you call
one.
It? We're launching it.
Oh.
It's en route. Crazy band is
Okay.
en route.
Here we go.
Okay, so that's what we did, and then, but the lady was not home. Okay, lady was not home. And so what we did is we wrote her a handwritten note, and we had these cute little clips. This is what we wrote her a note. We put all our business cards in there. It doesn't matter who she calls. We don't care. We're all gonna like split it, or we don't know what we're doing. We just needed to do it not by ourselves. There's Rebecca with her balloons, putting the balloons up. And then what we did is we gave her a video message.
Hi, Sue. My name's Sylvia Dana from eXp Realty.
And I'm Rebecca Yusan.
And I'm Jenny. Right?
And we saw your beautiful house for sale, and we actually stopped by. We brought you some balloons. We did meet the neighbor. He said you might be in Denver, so we hope you're not in Denver. But if you are in Denver, do you need anybody to help show your house while you're gone? We're just curious. We think your house is absolutely gorgeous,
Amazing.
and we'd love to just see it and see if there's anything we could do for you at all. Okay? Great.
All right.
Thank
Talk to
you.
soon.
Bye.
All right, so you guys, we did it, and that was our first. We just did one, but you know what? We had so much fun just doing that. So what do we actually do? We text messaged that little video to her cell phone. So we'll find out if she responds. Yeah, she hasn't yet. So we had so much fun with that. We're totally gonna do that once a month, and we're going to have a tour. We're going to know where we're going, have a tour, get balloons, do this, and it's going to be fun. We're going to do it once a month. So we don't know exactly, like, we're going to split it all or, like, have a main person and the other persons will just get referral fees or something. But we thought this is a fun thing for us to do and get more listings for EXP here in our area. And, yeah, so there you go. I can't see anybody's faces, and I hate that, you guys. I can only see your names, and so I don't know what you think of that, if you liked that idea, if that was fun for you. Nobody's chatting. I hear, yeah. So anyway, oh, somebody is going to chat. Somebody's chatting with me. Let's see. That was good. Okay. Thank you, Ivan. Okay. I'm not sure if I said your name right. Hope I did. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that part, just a little tidbit. So that's one thing I'm going to try to get seller leads. Okay. Somebody else is. Okay. I know, Debbie, I am too. You've been in this a long time, Debbie. You can't get scared. So I think the key is getting a person, at least one other person, and doing that, because that seemed fun. It seemed, you know, who wouldn't enjoy having people come to your house with balloons? You know, I mean, who wouldn't enjoy that? So even just one balloon. So anyway, I get it. I'm the same way with FSBOs. Easier numbers, absolutely. Julie, you said FSBOs are awesome. FSBOs are awesome. That's all she's ever done. That's all she's known. Okay. Trish said she doesn't do FSBOs, but the more the merrier. I know what we were doing was fun. I was like, maybe we could just put little drinks, little happiness in our drinks and go around the neighborhood. Anyway, so that was just something fun I wanted to show you guys. I hope it gave you some inspiration, but this book will totally give you some great inspiration like that. And it'll also just help you be a better agent. It will. Somebody's chatting with me. I enjoyed watching that. Okay, it's different. Yeah, it is different. It's something different that, I mean, we're not just calling, we're actually showing up with balloons, you know? Fun. Okay, what else? So we can't door knock to people who have no soliciting, right? I mean, if they have no soliciting on their door, you know what? For a FSBO, here's what I say. For a FSBO, when they have a sign in their front yard that says their house is for sale, I don't care if they say have no soliciting on the door. Okay? I just don't care. They can call the cops, but they have a sign up in their front yard that says for sale. Okay? So, right. Yeah, Julie says you're not soliciting, you're offering to help them. Yeah, and we're bringing them a balloon. What? They don't have to. We're giving them a gift. Okay, I like that. Thanks, Julie. Okay, so next. So what I'm going to be talking about in a little bit is some more strategies for getting seller leads using kvCore and also RPR. Do I have Jerry on here yet? I'm looking. I don't see Jerry yet. That's okay because I'm not ready for her anyway. Somebody else is chatting with me. Next time, leave a mommy wine. Yes. Oh, is Diana here? Leave mommy juice. Yes. Where's the mommy juice? She needs mommy juice. I agree. That's a great idea too. Okay. All right, let me get through this. So what I want to tell you, a couple other like little housekeeping things before we continue tonight. So I created a Patreon page. I wasn't going to do this, but I'm going to give it a try. And what it means is you can sign up with me to get exclusive content that's only going to be for Patreon members. So the one thing it's going to include for sure is you're going to get in your email, you're going to get a weekly kvCore lead generating tip, strategy and tip that you can try out that during that week. Give it a go, see how it worked for you, and implement it, and you're going to get one every week. Okay, so that's one for sure thing you're going to get with it. Also, you're going to get just exclusive invites to different webinars and everything I'm going to do just for Patreon members. And so what I'm going to do is the first 20 people that sign up, there's no contract or anything. You could just do it for 1 month. I mean, it might not be worth it to you, but if it is and you enjoy working with me or you enjoy my trainings, you enjoy, then it could be worth it to you. So it's just for the first 20 people, it's just $5. Okay, and you can stop it, you can start it, you can come and go, whatever. So the first 20 people who sign up with $5, and then after that it'll be $10. Again, you can try it, see if the content is worth it for you, if you even have time to deal with the content. I am I'm a patron of Jonathan Dupree's page. And honestly, I don't even have time to go to it sometimes, but I don't want to let it go because I want access to all his content. So anyway, that's that. So I wanted to make sure I let you know that, and I just put in the chat access to this page. Okay, the other thing I wanted to let you know is am setting up people's kvCores, and I got overloaded, you guys. I got overloaded, and it was taking me a long time, and so I actually had to get help. So I actually I've hired 2 people to help me. One is Adam Frank, who you might know. He's does great at contributing around workplace, and it's kind of funny if you don't know is the way that I met him on workplace is he was complaining a lot about kvCore, and I said, hey, cut it out. And so I talked to him on a Zoom meeting and showed him some things, and then he's been like a great advocate and learned a lot himself since then. So I've hired him actually to help me and do my process, do the setup the way I like it. So he's helping me, and then I have a new agent I'm onboarding. Now, Adam's not related to me as far as my EXP revenue share group, but he's just another agent, and I know he's helpful, and he's in Wisconsin. I have a new agent onboarding who's very techie, and so she's coming on, and she's helping me. So I've got 2 people now, so these setups should go much faster. If you don't want to learn how to do it yourself, or it's the learning curve's too much, you could hire us, is what I'm saying. And I've come up with 3 new packages. I still have a nice cheap package, but I've kind of gone up to some more deluxe options too that come with a lot of things. So I just wanted to make you aware of that. I'm going to put that in the chat as well. And so if you have new agents coming on onboarding and they're just too overwhelmed and don't mind paying somebody, you could let us know. Julie, cost of setup, check out that link and you can look at the different options. Okay, Julie, there's 3 different options there. I don't want to sit here and sell you stuff. It's just an offer. I'd rather you learn how to do it yourself and use my trainings to get you there so that you can do it and then pass on what you're learned to other agents. I just do it because there is a need. And so, and there's a need to have it be more affordable, I think. And so that's why I offer it. Okay, so let's go on to our training. Realty property resource. I would like to see in the chat, or you can unmute yourself, and anybody tell me if you are using Realty property resource, or if you even know what it is, or if you've had good success with it, or whatever the Okay, Bill, he said he just used it today. He loves it. He's a very smart man. Good job, Bill. So anybody else have good experiences, bad experiences with Realty property resource? Don't know what it is, need to know, anything like that? I'm just gonna see. Never, Barrett's never used it. Mary says she's used it sometimes. Diana's used it and she likes it. Great. See, I love feedback. Thank you, you guys. I appreciate it. Okay. Fantastic. Very good. All right. You guys, you're like, what is a Patreon member? I guess I'll answer this question because people are saying, I want it. Where do we sign? So I put in here, and I'll put it in the chat again. So the first 20 people that sign up, it's going to be $5 a month forever. You'll be locked in. And again, if you don't need it, if you stop using it, or you just need a break from using it, that's fine. You can come and go as you please, but it's basically weekly content exclusive for Patreon members of my Patreon page. Okay. And now I'm putting one more time, everyone. Okay, I just posted that again. Okay, John said he uses RPR a lot. Katina says she looked for your home. I don't know what you mean exactly. Delilah says something, but she didn't finish the sentence. So anyway, I'm going to move on here because it's already 7:53 and I don't want to be here forever. But so I really want to get through this information because I think it's going to be helpful to you. So I want to tell you a quick story. I've told this story before, but I'm going to tell it again. Last summer in June, I listened to Jonathan Dupree and I did exactly what he told me to do. And what he told me to do told everybody to do, is to go to Nextdoor, the Nextdoor app. I hope everybody knows what Nextdoor is by now. But you can look it up. You can go, if you need a link to get there, you can tell me. But what Nextdoor is it's an app that you can have on your phone, also get to access on your computer, but it's just for neighborhoods. So it's not exactly like Facebook or anything like that. It's really neighborhoods like, hey, I lost my cat. Here's a picture. Hey, I'm remodeling my kitchen. Does anybody know a contractor in the area that they can refer me to? Hey, I'm a nanny and I need to pick up some more nanny jobs. Does anybody need me? You know, it's that, hey, there's a free yoga class happening tomorrow at such and such church. I mean, it's that kind of stuff. And that's great. Okay, great, Delilah. I'm going to show you a little bit about RPR tonight. So anyway, that's what Nextdoor is. And you can be a sponsor. You can pay to be a sponsor, which you might consider doing on Nextdoor. Like I did pay to be a sponsor because my zip code's only $32 a month. So it was worth it for me to try it. But the things that I've posted there that are real estate related, I made them casual enough and not too salesy, so that I got away with it, because they don't like it when you're too salesy or trying to sell something. So anyway, I did what Jonathan Dupree did, and what I did is I created a seller squeeze page. And you all know what that is by now. If you don't, please tell me. I created a seller squeeze page. I posted it in Nextdoor, not as a sponsor, but just as a neighbor. And I said, hey, a lot of my friends ask me about the value of their home. So I created this handy tool so you can get your instant home value. Just enter in your address and you'll get your value. Have fun or enjoy or presto or something like that. Just make it real casual and you'll get lots of leads. So I did this last summer in June. What's John Doyle? What's a squeeze page? Okay. Don't know about the squeeze page. Okay, Julie, I'm going to show you the squeeze page before I go on. Okay, everybody, here's how you do a seller squeeze page. I'm in my dashboard. I'm in kvCore. Okay. This is my dashboard. I'm going to click on lead engine. Okay. And then I'm going to go to IDX squeeze page. Okay, so what we're doing is we're creating a seller squeeze page. I'm going to IDX squeeze page. I select my domain. It's the only one in there. I wait for my computer because I've got too many tabs open. And I click on start building. Start building. Now I've got, this is where Julie and John and whoever else needs to know. These are where you create squeeze pages. What squeeze pages are they are lead generating links to different types of information on your website. So for example, I can create an open house list. I could create just listed with pools type search page. That would be a squeeze page. Single property website for one of my listings, for example. Market reports for my neighborhood or my county, and also the seller squeeze page. And what this does is I'm going to create a unique link that's unique, that when people use that link, it will assign them a hashtag and perpetuate or implement a certain type of follow-up campaign that's specific to them. And I can track where those leads came from. So I'm going to show you my seller squeeze page. So I'm going to click seller squeeze, and let's pretend I'm going to post this on Nextdoor. And for fun, we'll do it. Let's see if I get in trouble. So I'm going to type in the sources Nextdoor because that's where I'm going to do it. And I'm going to put a hashtag. Two different hashtags. One is going to be Nextdoor so that when I search my hashtags, I can easily find next door. And I'm also going to do potential seller. So these are hashtags I've already created in my system, so they're there for me. And my area is Grand Rapids. So I'm going to do area, city of Grand Rapids. Okay. And then I'm going to generate this link. Now, you'll see that there's a short link and there is a long link. These links are essentially the same, but I copy the short link. What's going to happen is when I put this short link in the URL, it's going to convert to exactly what the long link is. Okay, so I'm going to paste this short link into the URL, and now you can see what's happening here. It's converting into, ooh, that's doing something fun. Let me see if I can fix that. Hold, please. That happens sometimes. I'm going to do city, generate link. Sometimes kvCore does weird stuff. Okay, it just does. And we let it do its weird things. Okay. See if it does it better this time. It's doing something weird. It is. When it does weird stuff, you guys, I just kind of let it go. I ignore it. But for the sake of entertaining you all, I just want to see if I can fix it. Sometimes they're constantly updating kvCore, and then weird stuff happens, and you just kind of gotta go with it. That's honestly what you have to do. But I will tell you, if this keeps happening, I am gonna ignore it, and we're gonna move on. Yeah, I'm gonna ignore it. Okay, what this is supposed to do is it's supposed to say the average price in Grand Rapids is whatever. Okay, but it doesn't want to. And I don't really know why it doesn't want to right now, but I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, they're going to fix it eventually. Somebody's chatting with me. Oh my God, so you can post that link. Julie, yes, come on now. Yes, I'm so glad you're here. Yes, so pretend this says normal things and nobody really cares. Oh, you guys are chatting with me. Does this work on the mobile version? Absolutely. Oh, can you create a squeeze page on the mobile? I don't know. I've never tried. I kind of don't think so. I think on the mobile version, it's more like just keeping track of what leads you have and leads you have to contact. I'm pretty sure. That's a great question. I want to try one more thing because this is driving me nuts now. I'm going to try Kent County. See what happens. Kent County. And if it still does that weird thing that it's doing with a value, that means something weird's going on with kvCore, and I'm just going to ignore it because I know it'll get fixed eventually. Right? So, that fixed it. For whatever reason, the county wanted to work. Fine, good, I fixed it. Okay, you guys are messaging me. Is there tech support for kvCore? What is the number? John, I'm gonna write this down and we're gonna address that at the end, okay? All right, Julie, you were excited. I wanna show this to you. Okay, so what you'll notice here, where I created when I get rid of this page, this tab goes away, these links go away forever. So I want to save them, okay? So really, I only need to save this short link because when I paste it in the URL, it converts to the long link. And I just want you guys to notice, see, it has here County Kent, so I know what area this is showing. It has next door, so I know that's where I'm going to be posting this, or that's where the lead's going to come from, because that's where I'm going to post it. And I've got the two hashtags, next door and potential seller. So I know exactly what is happening. That's what the code is telling me. That I know what my hashtags are, I know my source, and my area. Okay, so and I know that the page works because I just tested the link. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to next door. I didn't plan on showing you this part, but here we are. This is what happens on here because you guys start asking questions. That's why we call it a question session, so you guys can talk. So I actually have a couple things going on here. Right now I'm posting as just a neighbor, but I could post as a sponsor. But if I post as a neighbor, I have access to my 19 neighborhoods around me. So I gotta be super casual. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to be like really casual about it. So I'm going to choose a category. I'm going to say general. I'm going to even feel real casual when I'm doing this because I put the feeling of just like, I'm not trying to sell anybody. Take, you know, the commission breath off of it. And I'm going to choose my neighbors. Now I could do just my neighborhood or my Oakdale and nearby. I'm going to do Oakdale and nearby. This is my, you know, all my neighbors. I'm just gonna like, hey, this is cool. Actually, no, I won't, hey, I'll say this is kind of cool. This is kind of cool. I'm gonna say a lot of my neighbors, no, a lot of my friends ask me about the value of their home. So I created this little tool. Just enter, no, just click, just enter in your address and you'll get your instant home value. Enjoy. Okay, so I don't know, hopefully that sounds casual. Do you guys think that sounds casual? I like it to sound like I'm just like helping. So this is kind of cool. A lot of my friends ask me about the value of their home, so I created this little tool. Just enter in your address and you'll get your instant home value. Enjoy. I don't know, we'll give it a shot. Okay, post. Okay, so what's kind of nerve-wracking on Nextdoor is they don't like you to post anything that could be salesy. So you just got to play it cool. And so that's what I do. So anyway, we'll see what happens. Now, let me get to my story. I did this last summer, Julie. This is for you. And I got 150 leads in about 3 days. And they happened very quickly. And I didn't really do anything with them. I was a little like, I don't know what to do with these. I'm not sure what to do with them. It seems hard. I don't know what to do with online leads. Don't like them. It's weird. You know, what do I do? So I let them sit there. Now, many of the leads, and I just got one, I think, many of the leads only had addresses because what happens is people put in their address and then they realize that, oh, they have to put in their email address in order to see the value, and then they get gun shy and don't want to do it. And then they decide, oh no, I do want to get it, I'll just find it. So then you get a duplicate lead. So I had many leads that were just addresses. And then I had a duplicate address that also had an email, etc. So I just had a lot of duplicates. So I actually paid my son like 20 bucks to clean it up. And what he did is he went into RPR and he got what their names were, the owner's names. And he put the owner's names there for me if I only had an address. And then if I only had like part of a name, he'd fill out the name based on what RPR says. And then what he would do is delete the duplicates so that it was just one address per lead. You get what I'm saying? Well, I had 98 leads, you guys. 98. That's a lot of seller leads. I still didn't do anything with them. I did nothing with them. Then in December, so like 6 months later, I decide I'm going to do something with those leads. It's going to be amazing. Well, I did. What I did is I got little holiday calendars. And then for 2019, and then I went to RPR, which I'm going to show you now, and created a little property flyer with their value, their home value estimate on it, and then I sent it to them. But as I was going through the process with those 98 leads, do you know what I found? I found that more than 15%, probably more like 17% of those leads had A, just sold, B, were active listings, or C, were pending listings. And 6 months ago, they clicked on my website asking for the value of their home, and I did nothing with them. So 15 to 17% of those people were real business with people ready to do something. And I didn't do anything with it. So the people that were ready to do something quickly, I missed out on that business. Okay? So there's real business to be had that you can get, but then you don't want to let them sit there. You want to do something with it. And that's why I wanted to do this training today, to show you how you would follow up with those people. Okay. Julie's saying what? And I don't know why. And then Kirtland is saying something. Oh, so what do you put it as a source if not using Nextdoor? Julie, so if you're not going to put it in Nextdoor, you can put it as general. Like if you want to just save a seller squeeze and you just want to be able to put wherever you want, whenever you want, just name it general, or, or Facebook, if you know you're going to put it in Facebook, or if you're going to create one for your email signature, you can name it email signature. If you know you're going to put one in a blog post, you can name the blog post that you're putting it on, whatever. So you just name the source where it's going to be. But if you don't know where it's going to be and you just want it to be general, name it general. I hope that helps. Okay. So now let's pretend that we just got a bunch of leads. And let's see here. Let's try one. I don't know who some of these people are, so. Okay. Oh, Cheryl Dukes from Atlanta, Georgia. I wonder if some other EXP agents were on my website. That's what I think. Here's one. This is actually one of my clients. She's not my client yet, but I sold her a car a while ago. And so she got on my website and asked for her valuation. So I actually know this person, but here's what I'm going to do. So here's a lead I got, right? It's a valuation. As you can see, it says 0 for the valuation. The reason it says 0 is because when she put this in here, she didn't put in her email address. So she got scared and just wasn't sure. But then I know that she turned around later and she did put in her name and address, because then I got it later. Okay, so anyway, I got a duplicate on hers. So what I want to do is I want to show you, once I have an address from a valuation, what I'm going to do with it with RPR. So let's say I just got a ton of leads, okay, and now I need to figure out what to do with them. So I'm going to take that address and I am going to go into RPR. So RPR is a benefit that you have as a National Association of Realtors member. So you go to NAR and you make sure you create your free RPR account, and they know you're with EXP because of your NERDS number, and ta-da, it's all branded already, and you can, clean up your profile, and it's lovely. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on all properties here, and I'm going to paste in this address, and sometimes you gotta kind of delete and then retype it so that it populates by itself here. So I'm going to select this and I'm going to search. Okay, so here it is. So here's the property. Now this data is quite a bit better than Zillow for some reason, but it is. I can't tell you all the reasons, but it is. It's a little more accurate, but it gives you the option to refine. So are you guys all with me? You're awfully quiet. I don't hear anything. So anyway, so what I can do is see what the RVM is. And the RVM is Realtor's Valuation Model. And it explains how this is, how you come up with this. You're also able to refine the value based on like updates that the seller might have done on their home. You also can create a comp analysis because it's going to find all the comps and the pendings and the solds in the area. So you can create a really nice CMA with this as well. So that's that. Now, if I go through here, it's going to show me who owns it. Yep, that's my client, Candace Guyton. So that's who owns it. And it's kind of going to give me this confidence level. Like, what is the system's confidence level that it's right on the price range? Okay. It's going to show me pictures of the house, and it's going to give me facts. The mailing, it's going to show me basically, is this owner occupied or not? Is it a mailing address? Like, do they live at the same address, or do they have a different address? So that kind of tells you if it's owner occupied or not. And it kind of gives you the medium estimated value, blah, 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 legal description, and mortgage records. You know, I can see all that. So I know she's married, but I also know, and she used Mortgage One, great lender in the area. Awesome. But you know, it's interesting. Her husband's not on this loan with her. So I wonder if she bought this. She bought it as a married woman. So I can just get a little information. Tax value, blah, 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 blah. So it's got all that. Now from here, I can create reports. So let's pretend, you know, she's one of the leads I got for my next door post. And I don't want to spend a ton of time, you guys, because I just got like 98 leads. I don't have time to do like full comp analysis for everybody. But I can at least see is, you know, when's the last time this property was sold? It was sold in 2014. I can see it's off market. I can see that it's not currently pending or active. It was currently pending, active, or just sold. It would tell me because it's directly connected to the MLS. Now from here, I want to use RPR to follow up with this client. So what I'm going to do is click on Create Report. And I have all these different options to create reports. And these reports are extensive, you guys. I mean, you could do like a 66-page report. I don't want to do that, okay? For this exercise of just following up with my leads that I got, my seller leads, I'm just going to do a property flyer. So what I've heard other people say, you guys, who have done, have gotten leads from property valuation squeeze pages, they'll say, I just got an address, so it's not a good lead. And I'm like, what in the hell are you talking about? You got someone's address? You got someone's address who's interested in selling their house. You know how to get their name. You know where they live. You can write them a note card, handwritten. You could use Spokio and find out more about them and reach out to them that way if you want to. But you have an address. That is a beautiful thing. So I hate when people say they don't have good leads with an address. I'm just like, you have somebody interested in selling their house and it's an address. So you have a good lead. Just do a little work. Stop being lazy. Okay. So anyway, what I do from here is I just want the property flyer. Okay. I want something simple. And then I have my little notes here. I hope I can find it. It's going to take a second. I have a little notes thing, and I am going to hopefully find it. Here it is. Hold, please. Boop-a-doo-boo. I'm going to find this for you in a minute. I know it was from December because that's when I did this. I'm going to find it. You guys are being so patient. Oh boy. Hold please. If I can't find this, I'm gonna make it up. I had it in here and I even checked earlier, and just give me a minute. Give me a minute. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. You're just going to see how I do it on the fly. Okay, so what I do is I say your home value estimate. Okay, I just give that a little, and then I say, hello, Candace, because that's the owner's name. I know her name now. I noticed you inquired about the value of your home on my website the other day. I would be happy to answer any real estate questions you might have. Please note this automated valuation could be inaccurate. Let me know, and I'm just coming up with something, right now. Let me know if you'd like a professional market analysis on your home. Looking forward to hearing from you. Okay, we'll just leave it at that. Okay, and I'm going to put Sylvia, Dana. Okay. I'm going to say the estimated value, not the list price, not the sold price, not my comp analysis price. I'm not going to suppress any of these things. That's all my information. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to hit run report. Okay, so some of you are chatting with me. So while we're waiting for this, I'm going to see what these chats say. You can use the search in notes. I don't know what you're saying, Diana. Search bar. I don't know what you guys are talking about, because I missed that conversation. Oh, I could use the search in notes. Oh, let me try that. I get what you're saying now. Oh, okay. I don't remember what I said though. Estimated home. Oh, I just saw it. CMA flyer. Oh my gosh, Diana, you're a genius. You're a genius. Yes, here they all are. Look what I wrote, you guys. Okay, let's do, thank you, Diana. So here's what I did say, okay? Here's some other ideas. I could put this in the chat. So I said, thought you might enjoy seeing your most updated home valuation estimate. For the most accurate information, I'm happy to offer you a complimentary professional market analysis. Contact me for a 30-minute appointment at your home, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so I had a couple different versions that I used. Diana, thank you for that tip. I'm hiring you. I'm hiring you to help me with my Sylvia's tips and tricks. I think that's a great idea. You're hired. Okay, because apparently I hire people now. All right, but good job. Okay. All right, so let's see what that little property flyer looks like. Did you hear the doorbell? The doorbell was like, hey, your report's ready. Isn't that cool? All right, so, okay, you could see this is the picture that was on there. So at this point, I might find a different picture, but if I'm in a hurry, I don't really care. But I might, especially because I know this client, I might take an extra minute and pick a different picture. But anyway, this is what it looks like. It says it's off market, estimated home value. And then I gave it the title, your home value estimate. So you guys, this is the same sort of property flyer you could use if you were trying to market a property. You know, you could create property flyers in here. If you're trying to market a property or an open house, you can do that in here. But I use it like a little note system. So then I wrote her a little note. Hey, notice this. Let me know if I can help. It's got all my information on here. Sweet. I'm going to print this beautiful thing out. And I am going to write it in a nice little note card and put it in the mail and handwrite it and send it. So when I've done this in the past, you guys, I found a couple of pre-foreclosures, people that were in trouble, that I needed to go knock on the door and see if I could help them and let them know how I could help them. Hey, you have equity. What are we going to do? What's our plan? Let me help. So anyway, that's the way that you follow up with these to start. Now, the other thing you can do, besides writing them a handwritten note, and going knocking on their door, if they're in kvCore, the other thing you can do, you can add them to kvCore. So even if you, like, let's say you have an expired or a withdrawn, you could put them in kvCore. And then what you do is you click on more actions and you can click on find on Spokeo. Now, I don't have a Spokeo account. I actually have a Cole Realty resource account. But what you could do is find on Spokeo for that address, find contact information. But again, I use Cole Realty resource for that if I want to find an email and a phone number and start dripping on them that way, I could do that. Somebody's got a chat. When you create a squeak page, where do your leads show up in kvCore? Okay, I finally could get, oh, Jerry, I'm glad you're here. Okay, Julie, I'm gonna answer your question. Okay, Diana and David, thank you for helping me with finding the search, finding my notes that I was looking for. Good job. I'm actually gonna paste the content of what, I'm gonna paste this content in here of basically my little note that I send, okay? And thank you to Diana and David for helping me find that. Like, I could not find it for the life of me. Okay, and then as far as, Julie, where they show up, so they're gonna show up in your dashboard. So I can click on here an activity, I can click on valuations, and so all the valuations that I have are gonna show up here, okay? I could go to my smart CRM also, and I could type in the hashtag. So let's see if I can find that. So let's say I want to find like all the next door leads that I assign the hashtag of next door. And I'm going to, when I'm doing a search, you have to put a hashtag there, which is dumb, but it's how you have to do it. So I'm going to put in next door. Okay. There. So now I can find all my leads that have the next door hashtag too. So there's a variety of ways you can find them. So either in the smart CRM or just in the dashboard, finding all the new activity, new valuations, etc. Okay. Okay. Just checking something on my phone. I apologize. Let's see if I have any more chat questions that I didn't answer. Okay. Jerry doesn't hear the audio. Jerry, if you can't hear, try leaving and coming back in. Okay. All right. So that's that. That's what you can do to follow up with these people. That's how you can use RPR. So again, what I wanted to reiterate is in RPR, I'm going to find out for this lead I got, what's happened, when was this sold last, who owns it, what's their name, can I just print out this cute little flyer, put it in a cute little note card, you know, write a handwritten note card and say, thank you so much for requesting this. If you want a more accurate one, I'd love to come over and help you out. Whatever, you know, drip on them in some kind of way, figure it out, knock on their door, but it's real business, you guys. And from my experience now, I know that 15 to 17% of those people are ready to do something quickly. So there you go. So Jerry, I don't know if you can hear us yet. Jerry, can you hear us yet? I'm going to unmute her. Jerry, are you there? Jerry, I want Jerry to talk, so I'm hoping she can. Yeah, her audio is not on. Your audio is not connected at all. Okay, Debbie, does each area of the city have next door, or does one next door see never Memphis? Good question, Debbie. So how next door works is you have the option, okay, so how next door works is you have the option when you post just as a neighbor, you have the option to post to just your actual neighborhood or your neighborhood and the surrounding neighbors. So I have a total of 19 neighborhoods that I could post to if I want to. So, or just my neighbors. So like if I lost my cat, I would probably just post just to my neighbors here. But if it's to everybody, I could post everybody. Now there's no cost for this, but you just have to be careful because you don't want to come off too salesy. So like another way to, so this got posted to 20 neighborhoods. So the thing you have to be careful of is when you come across too salesy, somebody might flag you or report you, which isn't the most it's not the worst thing that could ever happen. It's just that they don't want you to do that. So yes, if you pay, you can look into being a sponsor. So I can switch and use Nextdoor now as a real estate agent because I also have my business page here. That is free. You can set up a business page for free. But if you want to start posting stuff as your business, you have to be a sponsor. And you have to, choose your zip code. So my zip code that I chose was only $32 a month. Some zip codes are more expensive. But I would try doing what you can do in here for free. Now I want to give you some other tips of things you might post that are not so outright blatantly, I'm trying to get your information. You could write a blog post. You could even do it in your kvCore, write a blog post about, what's happening with the home values in your neighborhood. Like you could do, okay, this is our neighborhood, you guys. This is how many houses or households in our neighborhood. Here's what's going on with the home values. Now, I will tell you, I actually did this with an RPR report at one time and people loved it. And I'm going to show you what I did. Like a lot of the neighbors thought it was fascinating. So I'm going to click back on home. And it's already 8:30. I don't want to go too long, but okay, so what I'm going to do here where it says neighborhoods, see where it says neighborhoods? I'm going to type in, I don't know if it's going to do my neighborhood, Oakdale, Grand Rapids, Michigan. Exact within, let's see if it does it. I know I've done it with my Oakdale. Oh yeah, here. Okay, so this is my neighborhood, Oakdale in Grand Rapids, Kent County. It's a minor neighborhood. Great, fine. Minor neighborhood it is. So here it is. Now what I can do is I can go to create a report. And I'm going to do a neighborhood report. These reports are actually pretty interesting. I'm just going to click neighborhood report. And I am going to run it. Okay, it's going to take a minute, and then you hear a ding dong. See if anybody has any questions on them. Okay, Jerry, you can talk in here now? All right, I'm glad.
Yeah.
Oh, good, okay. All right, hang on, hold that thought. Okay, so I just want to show my neighborhood report, and then in a second, Jerry, I'm going to have you kind of tell a little bit about what you're doing with expireds and withdrawns for a second, okay, in RPR, but just hang on a second while this is finalizing. And I'm trying to think if there's, I wanted to, while we're waiting for this, John had a question about tech support. What you're going to do, John, for tech support for kvCore is during business hours, during business hours in your kvCore, you're going to click on this little tab here in your kvCore dashboard. And you're going to start a conversation. They're back tomorrow because they only work during business hours, but you can start a new conversation and it'll get mailed to them tonight, and then they'll respond tomorrow, or you can just wait. And so that's they don't really have a phone number. You just got to do this, okay? Now EXP tech support, they're pretty well versed in kvCore stuff, and they could possibly answer your question too. So anyway, that's that. Okay, so that report came up. I heard the doorbell. So I can click download. What this is going to take me to, you guys, it's going to take me to an actual link, and this link is live for 30 days. Okay, it works for 30 days, and as you can see, it knows my neighborhood. It has the little shape of it. It's got me listed there. And then it's got all these great stats. So it's got all the list price changes and values, kind of what's happening with home values in my neighborhood. And then it's got some other really interesting things. It's got the population. It's got the education levels is really interesting. I think it also comes from the census. So population of children by age group, how many toddlers versus high school students, population of adults, households with children, income brackets in our neighborhood, even the presidential voting pattern, which I find fascinating. An economic stats and chart, unemployment rate, occupational categories for people that live in my neighborhood. Oops, that was loud.
Sorry.
And also quality of life stats and charts, commute times, a walkability score. So anyway, so I have posted, actually this link I have posted before in Nextdoor and people like that, but you could take it a step further and take that link and create a neighborhood blog post about the neighborhood with interesting facts about it, and you could use that report as kind of data to write a little bit about your neighborhood and talk about home values, and then have a link to that report, but then also in that blog post have a link to a seller squeeze page. You know, so that would be, if you posted a blog post like that, that would be a little less salesy, more, hey, I'm just sharing great information. And if they actually look at the blog post and they see a link, get my estimated home value now, click on that. So then it's a little less salesy and a little more, you know, coming from contribution type thing. So that's another idea. Okay. Now, this Jerry Mills, she's been having a great time with RPR property flyers, with marketing to withdrawn and expireds. And so she actually made this little checklist, you know, what to do, you know, going to your MLS and how to find all the withdrawns and expireds, and then how to reach out to them. Basically using the same process that I just showed you for any new home valuation lead in your kvCore. So Jerry, will you want to tell us a little bit about what you do and how it's been working for you and what you like about it, and any other tips?
Okay, the reason I did this was because Sylvia touched on it in another class that I took with her. And she actually went to RPR, pulled up a report, and did the description and changed the picture, and showed. That's basically what she showed, and it just makes so much sense to me. Part of why I did it is because even though I've got 15 years in the business, I'm recently back in as a listing selling agent. So it's not like I've got a lot of leads, falling all over me right now. So part of the reason I focused on this past week was because we're going into our busy season. The spring is fixing to break. Everyone who got off the MLS over the holidays is thinking about getting back on now. So some of those withdrawns or expires are looking at the springtime. Okay. So I decided to take, to go ahead and do the 6-month period. I ended up with, I actually started out with like 117 properties from the expires and withdrawns. And then by using these steps, I did not want to make a mistake in sending someone who had relisted or was pending or maybe even sold. So I referred back, once I exported from the MLS, which you can go back 6 months, that's what our default is. You could go back 30 days if that's all you want to go back. You could do it by zip code. I did it by area so that my travel time would be less. We're pretty dense. We've got 441,000 people in Mobile County. Okay, so that's why I stay a little more central. So in saying that, it was interesting to see how once I exported that list and had the spreadsheet, and then went into RPR to create the flyer, there I was able to see, because when it generates that flyer, at the top it'll say for sale or pending. So I didn't have to double check anything with a new MLS number or put each one in individually in the MLS, that address, to see if they were back up as a new listing. RPR does that for you. So every time I generated a report, and if it was for sale, I went back to my spreadsheet, highlighted that one red, so all across the row, so that I know that that one is for sale, not one that I want to send a RPR report for. So, and those pending or sold, just did the lettering red. And the neat thing about it is by filtering it down, you end up with quality leads that were either withdrawn or expired that are not active, not pending, and you don't know whether they're working with an agent now or not. So it made real good sense. So I ended up with about 62, I think it was, out of 117 that were good possible listing leads. Nice. So we'll see what comes out of those this week. I hope something does.
So, Jerry, I have your little checklist that you wrote up here, these steps that you did up on the screen. So, you have, right. And we'll share this with everybody.
Okay.
And I know Jerry was concerned, like, gosh, are there typos on it? Do you think it looks good? I think you did great. If we see any typos, we can fix them later. But you did a fantastic job, and you go through all the steps of exactly how you're doing this. But just basically, you basically exported all these expires, decide the area you wanted to stick to.
Withdrawns and expires.
Withdrawns and expires.
Exported out of your MLS. You have all the data in that export spreadsheet, except their name and mailing address.
And then you can get that in RPR. Yeah.
Well, actually, RPR, I didn't see it in RPR. Maybe I should have checked something I didn't check, but I went back to Realist and put the address in. And so when I did that, then I got their tax mailing address.
Yeah.
You know,
And you just so you know, you can get the owner's name and their mailing address right in RPR. If you just go to property details, you can find out. So I want to just let's give it a shot. So I'm going to put in, because I rent my home currently, and I want to see 855. I know you can't see this right now because you're on the phone.
yeah, I can see it. I've got my computer up. My audio is not working tonight for some reason.
Oh, it isn't. Okay. So I'm going to see. So I have a rental. So I want to show you where you can see who owns it.
That would simplify it some.
Yeah.
Even more. But to me, the beauty of the spreadsheet and saving it on the spreadsheet is that when you're following up or doing a drive-by or knock on the door, if you don't get anything in a week, you know, what's the harm in dropping by if you're in that area?
Right.
So once you add an email or a phone number and it goes well, then you've got data that is long-term data in your spreadsheet. It's not useless data. You can continue using it for other things.
It's not doing it for my rental because I have like I'm gonna do you can see this now. So this is an evaluation right here that I had come in. So can you see here now, Jerry, where it says owner Candace Guyton, and then you scroll down, and then it's got the owner's name and then their mailing address right here. So it's all from tax.
Yeah. Okay, but see, they actually live at that address. A third of the people that I did for withdrawals and expires did not live at that address. There were probably 15 that were out of state, you know,
Right.
and others that lived around.
And RPR will still tell you that. Now, and I also use First American Title's farming app, and I'll sometimes cross-check it there to make sure I know what the mailing address is. But this RPR is getting the information from the same source, just so you know, just to take a step
right.
to help you. So anyway, so I thought this was fascinating. So basically, you're doing the same thing I did, is you're printing out this property flyer, you're mailing it to them, and then I love what you said here. I love the extra care you took here of what you might write. You put like make your headline something about the area, comfy home with pool. Like you put it in the headline as if you were selling the property. Charming cottage. I liked that. And then you are writing them a little note right here with
Right.
I know the home is expired or withdrawn in the MLS, you know, and you write them a little note. And then you mail it to them, and now you're going to see what happens.
Right. I put my business card in there, and I wrote a little side note as well, and you know, in my handwriting. So, yeah, I'm following what you say to do, so I'm hoping something will come from it.
I love it. I can't wait to hear about it. And so,
yeah, I think it will.
This, you guys, this particular document we'll put in our EXP for Dum-Dums group, and it'll be in the file section so that you can refer back to it. Okay. Does anybody have any questions right now? I mean, we kind of did a hodgepodge of like ideas for getting listings. I talked about the FSBO crazy van, and then we talked about, you know, creating a seller squeeze page and putting it in somewhere like Nextdoor or on Facebook or, you know, an email signature or a blog post. And then we talked about when you get a home valuation and it's just an address, how to follow up with them using RPR. And then Jerry talked about, hey, you can also use the same process for reaching out to expires and withdrawals. So who's got something to say? Questions, comments? Anybody? Oh, good, Julie. It says it's been valuable, and she appreciated Jerry as well. And, oh, please revisit how we use the neighborhood report. Absolutely, I can do that right now. Kirtland really loved what you shared, Jerry. Oh yeah, play with those reports, Diana, because they're super fun. A couple other things. Let's go back to this. Another thing you can do, some people are very interested in the schools. For example, your buyers are interested in the school districts, and maybe they have an idea in their head that a certain school isn't good, or whatever. So you can, besides neighborhood reports, you can also do school reports. So I can click school district here, and I'm going to choose Grand Rapids, Michigan, and I'm going to search, and then it's got all these different schools it's listing, and I'm going to choose my Grand Rapids Public Schools here. So these are all school districts in my area. And then it even has for each school. So let's say you are getting ready to sell a home. Maybe you're doing an open house for one of your listings. You could create a neighborhood report, a school report. So let's see. So Congress Elementary School. This is one of those schools in my area that you could call it like underserved, but it serves a lot of people, and they have needs and stuff, but it shows all these school facts, like total enrollment compared to all of Grand Rapids schools. Students per teacher, 17 to 1. That's not bad. Students in the free lunch program, 90%. So you can see like the demographics. Average GPA, it's not going to say that because it's an elementary school, but the average GPA for all of Grand Rapids Public Schools is 3.27 out of 1,000 responses. Math proficiency, so you can kind of see what's going on, average teacher salary. So that's that. Then I can click on create a report, and I click on school report. Let's see what it looks like. So anyway, you can create school reports, neighborhood reports, and there's a lot of data and information there to give you ideas for blog posts or just sharing information and being a market expert. So besides school reports, obviously, there is market reports. Okay, so let's say you could do market reports of new listings, distress, recently sold, price change. I mean, there's just a plethora of things you can do. And I want to tell you, while we're waiting for this report to pop up, because you're asking me to tell you more about reports, is you can go to, I'm trying to find where it is. Is it down here? Okay, learning. Okay, I'm going to click on learning at the bottom. I don't want to leave yet because I want to wait for that report. I want to show you where you can get to all the information, you guys, and we'll do that. It's 9:52. Holy cow. Hang on. I don't know how these things go an hour and a half. I don't know how I have so much things to say. Katina says she's looking through Nextdoor, and in her neighborhood, she's seeing a lot of business offers around her neighborhood. And I know, but what I've seen, Katina, is like, people don't care if electricians and babysitters and pet sitters and those kind of people talk about their services, but I don't know, they kind of hate realtors. They kind of sometimes hate realtors. But you know what? I try to get away with it. Ooh, I got a new lead, you guys. So I got a lead I got from Nextdoor, and it came on my phone. You guys can't see it, but it says a new lead, Kira Hamley, and it says the referrer is Nextdoor. So isn't that fun? So I got one from sitting here. Okay. Let's see if that report came up. Fine, leave site. It's loading. Okay, here it is. I'm waiting for it to pop up. Okay, so this is what a school report looks like. So it's got like this where the area is that's all the Congress Elementary school children are going to attend if they live in this area. And then here it is, got all the school facts and what neighborhoods it's around. You guys, what's cool, these areas, these are like really cool neighborhoods. East Hills, Easttown, Fulton Heights, Midtown, this is where people want to live. So, but so anyway, so it's got math proficiency, reading, community reviews for the school even, written by parents. Oh, that's nice. Nearby schools within 5 miles. That's interesting. All the schools nearby it. Let's see. Nearby properties for sale within 5 miles. That's fun. Listings closest to the school. I like it. I like it. Okay. So anyway, that's just so much you can do with it. But here's what I wanted to show you. And I see there's a chat coming through. But if I go down here, you guys, and click on learning, they have a blog, obviously, but they also have like on-demand webinars. You can learn anything that you want to learn about RPR. So look at all this. Look at all this, you guys. We've got open house tips and tricks from RPR webinar. Top realtors share 10 RPR strategies for success. This one's don't blend in, promote your business using RPR. Introduction to RPR commercial. So if you're into that. On your first visit to RPR, customize and share reports, new members 10-minute RPR lesson plan, the guide to working with buyers. I mean, look at this, you guys. There's land development for residential condominiums with RPR, advanced a local association dashboard, open houses and RPR reports, pre-listing checklist. What? Ultimate relocation packet, social media market starting guide, buyer's tour quick start guide. I mean, it's just, you guys, this is a powerful tool that we get as part of our NAR benefits, and you need to be using it. Okay? Okay. I hope you're going to do what I say. All right. Haven't played. Okay. Thanks. You're welcome, Deb. I'm glad, Pam. Wonderful. Tina's school report's awesome. Okay, great. All right. Well, thank you so much, you guys. I hope that was good. I mean, we got 4 minutes to, I want to tell you, in case you want to do more training tonight, Jonathan Dupree is doing lead generation strategies with kvCore. I can't go, so I'm going to have to watch it on his Patreon page. So go walk the dog, Trish. I'm done. I'm sleepy. I hope this was helpful. I'm sorry. It was kind of a minutia of all kinds of stuff, but I hope it helped. I hope it helped. Does anybody have anything to say? Thank you. You guys have a great rest of your night. And
thank you, Sylvia, for all you do. I wouldn't have everything where I have it right now if I hadn't been taking your dum-dum class and watching your YouTube videos. It's really kicked me off well. So I've got buyers from my squeeze pages now, and and I've got 1 contract pending. So I'm doing okay.
That's awesome. Great job. Julie asked me if I was going to do a class on kvCore start to finish, and I just want, Julie, are you still in here? I want to make sure you are. Yeah, she's in here. Okay, what I want to show anybody that's still on here, I'm going to put my link to my kvCore playlist, and that has that video in it. I'm trying to get to it. Hang on. Channel. You're welcome, Daniel. Okay. So this is, I what I was just on was my Realtor YouTube page, and a lot of people, I had been posting a lot of my videos for realtors there, but it was becoming so like realtor training heavy. I decided to make a new YouTube page called Forward Thinking Real Estate. So now I'm trying to get people to like this one or subscribe to this one, because it's going to be only for realtors. So I've got this playlist here. I'm going to post it in the chat right now. And Julie, as you can see, I've got baby steps with kvCore. This is for people that haven't even opted in yet and don't even know what RPR is. It's great. I mean, but by the end of the training, you learn how to do a squeeze page. Okay, so I talk about a lot in there. But this one is how to set up your kvCore websites from start to finish. So it's in there. I've got it. You can have it. You can look at it. And you have access to the template as well. So I will show it to you. We did that. What did we do that last week, you guys? We did this one last Sunday. And Debbie Florendo was my guinea pig, her website. And here, Debbie can go in here. Again, we go to Web IDX. So I'm talking. So anyway, I explain everything, how to set up your website from start to finish, and you can click on this link here, and it's going to take you to my template that I've been working on. It keeps evolving. This template is going to teach you everything you need to know. This is the training of how to set up your website. This is a training I did this morning actually on how to use this template, and so on. So anyway, ta-da! That's all I have to say. I'm really tired. I gotta go. And you guys, I'm gonna sleep tonight. I'm gonna tell you that much. Oh, don't forget about my Patreon. I want to say that one more time. You guys, my Patreon page, my first 20 people that sign up, it's $5 a month forever. And it's exclusive content, because I'm going to start to not share as much with everybody. I'm going to share with the people that really want to hear from me. And I'm thinking $5 a month is not too spendy, and you don't have to like keep it forever. I'm still going to have my free content everywhere, you guys, but this is going to be like exclusive stuff. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, have a great night. Go see Jonathan Dupree or go to bed. One of the two. Okay. Bye.